Welcome to Topography Made Easy. I'm Brenda. In this episode, I am going to show you how to make some clouds. The clouds are not based on a reference photo or anything like that. They're just something I made up, so you can decide if you think they really look like clouds or not. Anyway, I do consider this to be beginner friendly, and you can let me know if you agree with that too. Well, let's get started. Drawing. Use a graphite pencil and draw in some rounded shapes. The shapes are similar to the tops of balloons. Start at the bottom of the board and work your way towards the top. Cascade the shapes so that they get higher as you approach the edges of the board. Then mark the location of the sun or light source. I like to use a piece of Post-it note for this. It doesn't leave a residue and it removes easily. Burning. Use the shader of your choice and begin burning in the first row of clouds at the bottom of the board. Start at the bottom of each cloud and work your way towards the top of each cloud. The color should be darkest at the bottom and get lighter near the top. I recommend using circular motion as your burn method. Circular motion is literally moving your hand in a continuous circle that moves about the board. Circular motion tends to create an irregular colored burn result, and for clouds, we want that irregularity. The next row of clouds gets the same treatment as the first, so begin along the bottom using circular motion. It is okay, and actually desirable, to burn down past the pencil line of the clouds below. Once the pencil line is not needed, then erase it. As you work, it is important to remember the location of the light source. I marked mine with a yellow Post-it. Since it is not visible on the screen right now, I put a little sun to represent where it is. The location of the light source, or the sun, is important because that determines which side of each cloud is the lightest in color. Clouds to the right of the sun will be lighter along the left side. Clouds directly below the sun will be lightest along their tops, and clouds to the left of the sun will be lightest along their right sides. I should mention that I am burning the clouds to a fairly dark color so that you can easily see them. Most likely, the clouds would need to be much lighter in color for an actual art project. As I get more of the clouds burned in, you can see that the circular motion burn stroke is creating a lot of tonal variety. The color is darker along the bottom of each cloud and gets considerably lighter along the top. Also, I do purposely try to break up the pale tops of the clouds. I don't want them to look like they have perfect little arches or nice little crisp lines on them. The really dark burn marks happened because I paused and I did not blot my pen tip on scrap wood before I resumed burning. Since this is a practice piece, it is not worth trying to fix it. If I were doing an actual art project, I would do my best to scrape away the excess color. What I will do instead is create some really dark patches here and there so that the dark burn marks will look deliberate instead of accidental. Let's recap the information. Begin by drawing rounded cloud tops. Work your way from the bottom of the board towards the top. Then, use a shader pen tip and burn circular motion to fill each cloud with a variety of color. The color should be darker along the bottom of the cloud and get lighter at the top of each cloud. Erase pencil marks when they are no longer needed. Purposely burn over the cloud tops here and there to break up its upper outline. This will make it appear more natural. Pay attention to where the light source is. The side of the cloud closest to the light source should be the palest in color. Blot your pen tip on scrap wood after every pause before you resume burning. This will remove excess heat and help prevent dark burns from happening. When you work on the sky around the clouds, try to keep crisp lines from forming along the edges of the cloud. This is done by burning circular motion along the cloud edges. I used uniform strokes to burn in the sky. It can be easier to rotate the board and burn the sky from that direction. You can test it out and see if it works better for you that way. Well, that's it for this episode. I hope that you enjoyed the information. Let me know what you think. And thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next week.